Hey everybody, I'm back with a recap and review of the Ultimatum Season 2, Episode 3. Um, Thanks so much for all of my new subscribers, all of my viewers. I really appreciate it a lot. If you would give this video a like and subscribe and comment if you're so inclined, that would be so great. I just want to say, I'm pretty thankful for starting this process. I didn't realize how much I would enjoy it. I love like reality TV and other stuff like that. I know it's not for everybody, but it is for me. And I think I just really like the aspect of like seeing how other people think about their lives and like opinions, and then I like commenting on it. I don't know. I think it can create like good discussions. I think it can open perspectives to something maybe that you never would have thought of. And it's cool that we have such a diverse cast ranging from like people who have college degrees to people of color to people who are in different tax brackets, all of these things. And I think, and even different parts of the country. And so I just think it's a cool way to really showcase all of the, or some of the different thoughts and opinions of people around places. Season 3 opens up with Lisa telling Brian that she's pregnant. Okay. Where's the test? Where's the test? She's like, I took it this morning. Where's the test? I want to see the test. And Brian should be asking that same thing. He says that he is happy that this is happening. Um, I don't know. All I'm going to say is that Brian better get a blood test confirming that she's pregnant. Um, okay, bye. Like, I'm happy they're gone. I hope that they find peace and happiness in their life. And that God blesses them with all the things that they want. So, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So then it goes back to Nick Lachey hosting, The Choice, where they're all at the table, gonna recouple, basically. Trey says that he's not surprised that Lisa and Brian aren't there after everything that happened at the cocktail party. Nick's like, what happened at the cocktail party? You think Nick would be like informed of the things that happen? Like I don't know, but I guess maybe it's a good moment to like have a recap on what happened. I don't know. So Roxanne explains that it was a hot mess express, basically. I'm not going to go over again what happened at that cocktail party. Y'all can watch either my videos or you can watch Ultimatum, or there's other people who have reviews too, review channels too. So Alex throws out, I wonder if Lisa knew, implying that she knew about the pregnancy beforehand. And that's what I was kind of thinking. That's what I wanted to say. But I kind of have like a cynical, conspiratorial like mindset. So, I mean, it is what it is. Nick asked the group, okay, is anyone else here pregnant? That was funny. Nick's got some jokes. So then the next people that talk is, or the next person that talks is Trey. And he says he's interested in Ryan and that she's super gorge. And he's like, we grew up in the same uh, state, so, which is Southern Carolina. I was just about to say it again, South Carolina. And also, they both grew up in loving families. And he says Raya didn't. And so that's where him and Ryan connect versus him and Raya. Raya. I mean, geez. Okay. I don't know. I don't like the way that he was talking about this. I don't really like the back and forth comparisons. I just don't think that's something that you need to hear from your significant other. At least not in this setting where it's like public humiliation station. But okay. Trey ends up makes a choice, and he chooses Ryan. He says, I feel like you'd be a good wife. Okay. Ryan says a lot of good things about Trey. She says that Trey is the boy version of her, and she's never been with someone that she's had so much in common with. Okay. Ryan makes her choice, and no surprise, it's Trey. James looks very upset during the whole conversation, just between Trey and Ryan and everything. Raya comments, and she says that she knew that Trey would pick Ryan because when she left the room, she was looking around, seeing if she could get one last glimpse of Trey. But when Trey left the room, she was looking around for Ryan. Araya says that it takes a lot to break down her walls, but since James was able to open up to her, she was able to open up to him. And she says that she's always worried about what other people think of her, but she's not worried about that with James. Okay, yeah, I mean, good. Raya's choice is James, and she says that he makes her think of the future and that she wants to be married and have kids. Interesting. Very interesting now that she wants to have kids, kind of contrasting with the fact that she was saying that she didn't want to have kids, or that maybe she wouldn't have kids and her partner would have to be okay with that. Okay, so interesting. Trey says that after Raya says those things that he's questioning their relationship. And mind you, this is all stuff that they're saying out loud to each other. So James says that he's always struggled with opening up, but with Raya, it was easier to do that than with his girlfriend, Ryan. James's choice is Raya, of course, and he says he's excited to explore a trial marriage. Okay. Ryan says, I've always been open, but James has trouble coming to me and expressing his feelings. So even though James says that he doesn't feel like he can talk to Ryan, Ryan's like, well, of course he can talk to me. He just never does. So maybe there's some kind of communication barrier there, or maybe James just feels insecure, or I don't know, something, because Ryan comes from a loving family and he doesn't. So maybe he's feeling like he can't talk to her about that. Okay. I mean, fair enough. But honestly, just like Lisa was, just like Brian informed Lisa, James, you're getting in your own way. Oh my God, my cat is right in front of me. I wonder if you'll see him. No, you won't see him. He's right here. Oh, this is Ender. He's like, what the heck is going on? Okay, Ender, you gotta go, buddy. I love you, but you gotta go. So Kat says positive things about Antonio, and she says that she's had conversations with Antonio that she hasn't even had with Alex yet. I'm not going to get into every nice thing that she says, because basically she has already stated it in like their dates from the past couple of episodes. I keep typing Tony, so I want to say Tony. But Antonio says that it's nice to be recognized for his efforts. And Roxanne immediately rolls her eyes. And it's like, we're boosting the guys' egos over here. And I'm kind of just like, okay, so you're jealous that Antonio is able to connect with somebody else. That's what I'm getting. You just don't like it because it's Antonio and someone else is seeing the good in Antonio and you only have negative things to say about him. So I don't know. I don't know why she feels like she has to say that or bring that up. I think she's very rude, and this is apparently someone that she loves and she's gotten back together with over and over again. So Roxanne, in my opinion, just puts him down a lot in conversations that she has in private and in public, really. And I guess she just can't stand the fact that Kat builds him up. Kat makes her choice, and she chooses Antonio, of course. Kat says that she wants someone that pushes her, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know if that's him, but okay. Antonio says open communication, something that you need to be a good wife, and he said that he opened up with her a lot, and Roxanne is upset. When they pan over to her face, Roxanne is upset about this. I mean, okay. Roxanne says that it was a hard pill to swallow because the Antonio that she knows is like quieter and like doesn't speak up. And Antonio admits that he feels like that he's not open because he's afraid that anything that he says or does is going to push Roxanne away where he loses her. Fair enough. So Tony makes his choice and he chooses Kat, of course. And Alex said that he's glad that Tony and Kat are together Kat's like, you're supposed to be jealous. And Alex says that Kat needs some patience to deal with her. Like, there's multiple statements that happen after this where they are really just shading Kat, and I don't really like that. Like, there are some people who are just more quiet and reserved, and they don't speak up for themselves just because they either just don't want to, or they feel like, well, I agree with your decision, so I'm just gonna agree with what you say, and that's gonna be the end of it. And that's okay to be that person. So I don't know. This shade that they all throw at her is a little annoying. So Roxanne says that so she's directing her statement to Antonio, and she's like, I'm glad you can be with someone less intimidating and sweeter and who hasn't as direct as I am. And I don't know. I was just like, okay, girl, you don't have to say that. Like, no one cares that you think Antonio, found someone not as good as you in your opinion. Like, you're not that great. I would never want to be with somebody who works 12 plus hours a day. So I don't know. Alex makes his choice, and of course he picks Roxanne. Kat pipes up, and she's like, she wasn't aware that he had issues with a bunch of her personality traits, because they keep saying these things over and over again that, Kat, she doesn't like to make decisions, she doesn't speak up for herself, blah 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 blah. That's been a theme through the whole experience. Roxanne says that Alex is the literal perfect person to be in a relationship with. Okay. Roxanne chooses Alex, and she says they're both very similar. Okay. James has something to say to Trey, and he turns his seat towards him, and James says that there's no ill will between them. And Trey agrees, and I honestly love this for them. They were both cool, calm, and collected about them essentially switching partners. And I think James probably felt like he had to address that, because you could tell, and probably they could certainly tell, that he was bothered the whole time that they're sitting at that table through this experience. So yeah, Nick Lachey, he's like, lean into this experience, own that you guys are gonna cheat on each other. Just kidding. He just says own what's gonna happen, but like, they're for sure gonna cheat on each other. And I mean, I know they're not together and they're not cheating on each other, but they are together. Like, they just are, and they are cheating on each other. So whatever. Raya and James are the first to leave, and they leave holding hands, which I thought was very sweet. And James said that he's afraid that he's going to lose Ryan, and that he doesn't know why he even went on this experiment anymore. Ooh, yeah, that's rough. Ryan says that James should be scared of losing her. Okay. Kat says that this experience could really backfire on her, because they found someone perfect for Alex, I guess, to get with. Roxanne said that she's done some crazy redneck stuff, but nothing like this romantically. She has never done anything as crazy as this. Okay. And she says it's possible that she could leave with Alex. It's weird that after like 2 days that she knows this for sure. It's just like, just leave with him, like, literally right now, or like leave alone. This experience is, I mean, it's just going to be public humiliation for Antonio. I really feel bad for him. So then they go to like their apartments, and the first couple that they show is Roxanne and Alex, and she's like, this is a great workspace, like referring to like the dining room table and stuff. And I was just like, of course that's what you would say, first of all. And Alex and Roxanne are talking about how they feel about showering together and if Alex sleeps naked or not. She's like, we gotta test out the bed. I mean, they're moving a little fast. I guess she's really into him physically, and that's quite interesting. Then it shows Kat and Antonio seeing their place for the first time. He's comparing himself to Alex, and he feels like Alex exceeds in certain aspects that Antonio is still working on. So like the business aspect and whatever. And then he says to Kat that Roxanne exceeds in the things that Kat is working on. Like, why does everyone keep shading Kat like this? I don't like that they're just so comfortable saying this out loud. And but of course she just agrees with that. And she's like, I think you're in your head a little bit about how Alex exceeds you. I think so too. I think that comparison is a thief of joy. I think that everyone has their own timeline on how they develop, and of course Roxanne is upset that Antonio isn't on his same timetable. She's like 10 years older than him at least. So, anyways, we switch to Ryan and Trey going into their house. He says that he's nervous. He's like, I'm aware that anything can happen, especially since Ryan is hot as fuck. So he says that in a confessional. And I'm just like, damn, Trey, okay. And they both said that they're excited for the trial marriage. Okay, pretty cool. So then Ryan and James enter their house, and it really feels awkward. James says he's still nervous, and Raya says that she feels good though. And James said that he was tearing up during their talk, like at the table when they were all making the choice. Um, so then it shows everyone getting ready for bed. The first couple we see is Kat and Antonio, and they aren't sleeping together. Antonio's like, I'm not going to sleep with Kat because I wouldn't like Roxanne sleeping with somebody. I mean, fair enough, but I think they're the only couple not sleeping together. So that's interesting. So then the next scene is Roxanne and Alex talking. Roxanne tells us that her and Antonio's relationship um, is one where they break up and get back together and break up and get back together. And she always wants to give him a chance because they're best friends. She makes a comment about him being happy, like living in a cave and gaming all day. She says that that she's the one always pushing him to do things that she wants him to do and like develop as a person, I guess. And this is why it's not working for you, Roxanne. Like, you are with the man that you are attracted to. Antonio's a very attractive man, but she feels like she has to develop him into the person that she wants him to be. And that's where you fucked up, you know? Just, you can't be with somebody that you're not going to accept from day one. Like, I don't know. I just feel like these are unrealistic expectations for what he wants to do. And sure, maybe he has embraced the fact that, like, oh, I could be more into my business or like having a business or my job or whatever. But he doesn't have to do that on a certain timetable. It, it's his life. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know about this at all. Alex asks Roxanne where she's going to be in 20 to 30 years. And she's like, I'll have a husband and kids. And he's like, really? A husband? Um, and I think that maybe this is the second time that she's admitted that she does want to be married. So I don't know why he's so shocked. Maybe he forgot. I don't know. So then the conversation turned sexual for some reason. She took it there, like immediately. And she asks, are you open to trying everything with your wife? Everything, you know? And he's like, mostly anything. And then she's like, have you done anal? And Alex is like, yeah. She's like, I didn't know you were so crazy. I mean, anal is not exactly like a crazy thing to think about. Like, when you think about like what sexual things that you've done that are crazy, like anal is not on that list, I don't think. I mean, it's pretty like, it's like everyone knows about it and like probably most people try it. So I don't know. Anyways, so Roxanne says in a confessional that she's excited to be with Alex and that Antonio should be worried. Uh, Trey and Ryan, so they're being real cute in bed. They're just talking, just like kind of like nothing, and then they start pillow fighting. Their dog's in bed with them. It's just a really cute scene. I like that they're feeling each other so much, you know. Ryan, James, so they're getting ready for bed, and James is like, I'm gonna go on a quick run. And so I don't know if he actually does go on a run or not, but it cuts to him on the phone with his friend being like, this experience is crazy. Like, I don't know why I'm here. Like, I'm gonna lose I'm gonna lose Ryan. I'm scared of losing Ryan, and that um and and then it shows him in a confessional and he's crying again, and it's very contrasted to how Ryan's having such a great time. I guess that James fucked around and he found out. I mean, I feel bad for him. This must be so hard. I guess he didn't really take into consideration how great of a person that Ryan is. And maybe he didn't think that anyone else would find her that great. I mean, what it sounds like happened is that he took her for granted. She's beautiful, she has a good personality, and the fact that her and Trey connected shows that she's not closed off like James always thought that she was. So it kind of shows that James maybe is the one that is a little closed off in the end. And that's where the episode ends. So I'm literally going to be recording my reaction to the next episode. So stay tuned for that. I'm hoping I can get 2 videos out in one day. That would be great. So yeah, that's it. Please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Any suggestions, any comments, any critiques, they're all welcome. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.